Hey guys, it's Anna with Passions of Paper here. I've got 3 fall journals to show off today. I realize that fall is getting towards the end, but things happened and the journals got pushed off for a bit and I just now got them done. So I am going to try to show off all 3 journals in one flip through, one video. So I'll try to keep it pretty quick. You guys know me. My journals are huge. They take a lot of time. Oh, and who nowadays has time to watch that many videos? So, here I've got what I consider like a Thanksgiving themed journal. It's got like the typical Thanksgiving kind of colors, and it says thankful, grateful, blessed on it. It's got this beautiful tassel, very soft and fluffy. You've got these layers on with all this fabric going on, these leaves, and then this is one of my painted sunflowers. That are the fabric that I painted. And then there's the back. Hopefully this filming spot works. This is a new spot for me, and it might make the sound off or something. Here we've got this little this grungy yellow closure. And inside we've got more of that yellow, and then this green pocket. And pumpkins are going to be a pretty common theme inside of this one, so if you like pumpkins, this is your journal. I personally don't care for them, but these digitals were so beautiful. And with this cover turning out to be more of a Thanksgiving style cover, I wanted to include them. So we've got printed digitals and magazine and book pages. We've got these, I forget what this is called, but this kind of paper here that I grunged up. I grunged up some of my digitals, and I use all different kinds of paper to print on. And then we've got my dyed papers. Most of them are coffee dyed. And then we've got some scrapbook paper that I might have done some inking to on some of them. In this journal here, I included these little pages from a little kid's coloring book because they fit with the theme, and so I thought that was a cute little touch to add. There are some fall fairy digitals in here. Here we've got a pocket with this tag that I backed with more of that crunchy paper. I love that paper, it's my favorite. And also I did some stenciling here. This is a vintage book page of, I'm not sure what the bird is, but as you can see, it is autumn in this picture. I absolutely love the digitals that I got for these fall journals. They've been a lot of fun to play with. Some stenciling here. I love the colors. So I really wanted to capture all the colors, the greens, the yellows, the oranges, the reds, and even the purples. So I tried to pull that into all of my journals. I love the fox. We've got a giant journaling card here. It's too big to be on a pocket, so if you want, you can like paper clip it to a page like that. I just keep it right here in the middle. And I did a lot of grunging on some of these, the thinner papers that I print on, like the 32 pound, 28 pound. They got grunged up on the edges, and then they got inked to add in some pops of color. Here we've got a little fairy that's in some wheat or something behind her, so she made it to the fall theme. Beautiful tree fall pictures. And we've got some mulberry paper here that I used to back this magazine page, and then I turned it into a couple of pockets And in this pocket here, we've got this picture of the mushrooms that's backed on this paper. Some graph paper here. I made a little cluster here to tie in some purples and oranges. I did not count how many pages are in each of these journals, but they're always between 300 and 400 pages. On my listing in Etsy, I'll have the exact page numbers for each of these. Did some washi tape here. Very beautiful washi tape kit set that I have. Love this fox. This is my absolute favorite page. And love the squirrel too. I wish he could have been the center signature page, but this journal had too many to choose from. So here we've just got a little collage on there. Some washi tape here. Hopefully you guys can see the shimmer in that. It's got metallics in it. These pumpkin digitals are so beautiful. Here's some more mulberry paper on the back of another magazine page, and we've got another fairy card. These are postcards, and they're actually usable, so those are fun to have. Send someone thinking of you. Random postcard in the mail, just for the fun of it. Here I've been saving a lot of my fall leaves, and I pressed them in a book, and then what's it called? Where you put it in the plastic and you melt the plastic around it. I forget what it's called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And they are preserved like this. And I just turn these, I use some double-sided tape to turn them into a pocket, and that's just a little scrap piece of paper you can journal on. I like the see-through pockets, because you can see what ephemera is in there. Got a nice big magazine double page here of pumpkins and gourds. I like gourds. Gourds are fun. Every time I go to the pumpkin patch to get a pumpkin, I get a gourd. I don't get a pumpkin. Another one of these leaf pockets here with just another scrap piece of paper. Love all the different colors you can see in the leaves, and hopefully there's no glare on this. Like I said, I'm filming in a new spot. The lighting's different. There's walls all around me, so the sounding might be really strong or off. Here I've made a little scrappy notepad with this beautiful piece of napkin, and just got these pages in it. And I just tuck that in here so that the top of that sits over the page and keeps it up. Cute fox. I love foxes. They're my favorite. Well, they're one of my favorites. I love squirrels too. And birds. I have a lot of favorites. This is a piece of tracing paper that I coffee dyed and stamped on, so you can see that stamped through, which is a lot of fun. Love this washi too. It's also got the metallic sheen to it. Another journaling card of mushrooms, backed and sewed. Here I did a cluster with a leaf and burlap, and it says it's all perspective. I'm trying to stick with that thankful, grateful, blessed theme. And that's the end. And this is one of my favorite pages. It's just so beautiful. I don't know if this is watercolor art or what, but it's just beautiful. I love it. Alright, so that's the end of that one, and 11 minutes, so not doing too bad. Here we've got a fairy fall journal, fairy. It says my favorite color is autumn, because honestly autumn has so many colors and I love so many colors, like I literally can't decide. And then this journal was very, very colorful, and I love how colorful and playful that it is. This was what I was originally trying to make when I made my Thanksgiving journal. And, but then even then, after I made this, I was still like, I still feel like this isn't really what I'm wanting. So that was when I made a fox journal, which those of you who have followed me from the beginning, you know about my original fox journal and how it wasn't what I was wanting in a journal. And then I made lots of more journals, and I finally figured out what I like in journals, and now I make that. So now I finally went back and made myself a fox journal, which it's basically like this. I made one for myself and made one to sell. So yeah, anyways, this is really what I had dreamed of when I thought of a fall journal, but then it wasn't just, I still wasn't quite satisfied. I still wanted to make another cover, so I ended up making that fox journal. This here is just some silk, and then it's not permanently attached. It's just slid into the thread here, so you can take this off if you don't like closures. Usually I make my closures part of the permanent part of the journal, but this one it just didn't work out that way, so it is a separate piece. And then you can see in this tassel, there's just all kinds of fun things going on. Lots of colors, all fall themed colors, all the different sizes to fall that you can see in real life on God's beautiful nature. And we've got this bright yellow cover in here, and then a bright green pockets. And I love this book page. This page just like pulls all those colors right into it. Beautiful fairy. Another one of those journaling cards with some mushrooms and backed and sewed. Got a fake leaf sewn on here. Some washi tape. Cute little squirrel. This is more that the tracing paper, and you can see the digital behind it, and so it's really fun the way it ties it all in like that. And we've got a fairy postcard. This is one of my favorite book pages. Just beautiful, the beautiful orangey red color. I love that color. And then with this purple thread in the center, it's really beautiful. Very colorful. Here I've got a very grungy piece of dyed paper glued on there for some extra writing space. I used a pine cone stamp and did a bunch of those on there on the tracing paper so you can see it on both sides. Washi tape there. Here I did a little tuck spot with a little piece of scrap paper in it. Spring, summer, fall, all day long, bears grow big, bears grow strong, but in the fall, when leaves turn red, bears know soon it's time for bed. Love that. Another one of those leaf pockets. And just a little grungy card that I made. Autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go. Add some journaling space on the back there. That's beautiful. I love that. I love landscapes. And it's not very common in digitals, but Liana Scrap has a fall landscapes digital kit. Trying to stay in frame. I can barely see the camera screen, so it's hard to tell. Another large journaling card. This one is of a porcupine, I think. Pretty sure that's not a hedgehog. Could be a hedgehog, but I think it's a porcupine. Another journaling card here. Cute little birdie, and then a little recipe that you can feed your own birds in your backyard. Here I made a little pocket with just a piece of scrap paper inside, using this beautiful napkin I got from it was a bonfire I went to at my aunt-in-law's house. She let me steal some napkins for these journals. Some mulberry paper here, making a pocket on the back of this magazine page. And inside, if you can see, you've got a little bit of a sneak peek there. This cute little fairy girl. Got some wild animals in there. Another one of these laminated pockets, and that's the word I was trying to remember. So I did not put anything in this one, but I just left it blank for your own personal ephemera. Put a picture in there and you can see everything. And in here we've got another journaling card. This is one of my favorite digitals. I love the color combinations on this page. And I like mushrooms. beautiful picture of a house with all the fall leaves in the front yard. And we've got another pocket here with another piece of scrap paper. And this really cool fairy house that I would love to live in. And that's the end of that one. I really love the leaves here. They're so colorful. This came from a placemat that my sister gave me that was of all these colorful fall leaves. These leaves were also from that placemat. And I was so grateful for her for that because that gave me so many and so much inspiration, so many ideas for covers. And then here we finally got the Fox journal cover, and we've got a slightly different tassel from the last one. It's still a little more colorful, but not quite as colorful. This one's a little bit on the darker side because it's a little bit of a darker grungy journal. And on this one I also, so there's the back of that before I go any further. I sewed some leaves in this one, so it's got a bunch of leaves coming out, kind of like my dark nature journals and forest journals, or not my dark nature journals, more like my forest journals. And when you open it up, we've got this beautiful yellow fabric and this purple pocket. This journal was my favorite. It really, with these green tones here and then the oranges and reds, I like the way that the fox came out, popped out. The paper was a little bit, didn't feel strong enough for the cover that I printed them on, even though it was my thickest paper, the 110 pounds. And so I decided to back him on chipboard. So he kind of pops out. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but I like the way that he pops out from this background page that I used. And the whole thing just came together so perfectly. And I like the more muted colors that are in it. And then here, I could not figure out for the life of me what page should have been the first page that you see when opening. So I just ended up making one. I really love this wheat field with the big open blue sky, and it's nice and muted too. And then I had this other page with this fox on it. So I ended up tearing out the fox because I was like, he needs to be in this wheat field. So I tore him out, and then I did some burning around him. Well, first I backed him on some more paper to make him a little thicker. Then I did some burning all around the edges just to make him extra grungy. And he looks really cool there, and I made him into a tuck spot. On the back of that, I stenciled a leaf, trying to bring the colors of this page over. And then we've got some of these little jewels here, and then I did some inking around the edges. This paper is so beautiful. I just love all the colors. I love it when they've got the purples and the greens, and then some yellows, oranges, and reds. It's hard to combine all those colors and not just have it be so much color all at once in your face. So it's great when it's done right. It's a beautiful page. Did some edging on this page. This one, of course, since it's a fox on the cover, a lot of the pages are going to have foxes inside. And I just love how this one turned out. Very foresty. Love this stamp that I used in different colors. So it turned out to be a really pretty edging. And then here we've got some of that laminated leaves, but the laminated part got stuck in the machine, so it got all crimped like this. And so you can feel the texture on that. And then in here we've got just a little, this was the other side of the fox page that I cut out at the beginning. So this went with this little guy here, and so I figured I'd still keep this and just use it as a little journal scrap that you can use. And I like the purples that I had inked on it when I grunged it up. This is one of my favorite fairy pages. It's so beautiful. I love all the little details in it. Another one of these laminated leaf pockets with just a scrap of paper inside, and then you can see the digital in the background of that bare tree. So that was really cool, this bare tree, and then these fall leaves kind of floating around in front of it. Cute little fox and a beautiful magical deer. One of my favorite digitals. Love this fox. He's kind of like faded and you almost don't even see him. Very mysterious. And then this is a fun quote. If you want to, whoever buys this journal, you can read part here and through here. I left it alone so it can still be read. Oh, this is one of my favorite fox pages. I love the squirrel page. Cute hedgehog. Nice landscape here. Got a pocket with another mushroom card. I glued some grungy coffee dyed paper onto here to add some writing space. There's just random book words like a table of contents or something, so I didn't mind covering that up. Here we've got another mulberry paper backing, and it's just got a scrappy piece of file folder in there. Some coffee dyed yellow file folder, so it makes it darker and grungy, fit for the fall theme. Another cute fairy house. And a squirrel. This is some beautiful scrapbook paper. And here I did a cluster. It says, be open to whatever comes next. Kind of going with this archway here, like what's going to come after you go through there. The other side of that paper, but I don't have anything in this pocket. I'll have to open for someone else to fill. Giant journaling card, and of course it's the fox. This is the same fox that was used on the cover, except it's the whole picture. Another journaling card here with mushrooms. Some squirrels bickering. another one of those pages from that little kids coloring book, activity book. And then, of course, I couldn't have a fox journal without this page. Another fairy postcard, and a cute little fox staring at, or squirrel staring at you. And then that is the end. Just a beautiful picture of the woods during the fall. So that is my favorite journal. And I will hopefully have these listed to Etsy within the next 24 hours of this video being live. Probably within the next hour or two, if I can get some good pictures. It takes a lot of pictures and a lot of time to get those pictures. But yeah, that's all 3 journals, and I somehow managed to do it in a 30-minute video. So for those of you that watched this video, thank you so much, and hope you all have a great fall. See you later.